Coming up on today's 3-gram weddings. With only 1 week left of the competition, our teams put the final preparations into place as they help choose their couple's wedding day flowers.
You will never look at the buttonhole in the same way again.
I'm Lucy. The decisions. In London, our wedding team have the tricky task of finding big, bright and beautiful flowers at a low cost. But they've come to a florist that knows all the tricks, so I'm sure they'll be able to find some great ideas. Well, Rebecca has lined up Todd from Flowers 24 Hours for us to come and have a floral lesson. So, how do you normally begin a consultation?
I would start from firstly determining the actual design. It's easy to deal with colours. You can turn each and every bouquet or design into any colour you like, but if you start from the shape and the form, then you can home in onto the colour. As you have already determined the colour, we would probably go for something that's on the yellow type orange green colour scheme. This is just a bunch of flowers, but you can imagine after about an hour hard work wiring, you know, that would be the type of a bouquet. Yeah. It's a traditional type of shape. So now you can start building on top of this.
How much would a bouquet like this normally cost a bride?
The trailing bouquets are usually a bit more expensive than the sort of modern hand-tied type, and they would start from around £65.
The trailing one may not be right for Chickadilly. I'm thinking probably more the hand-tied, something smaller.
The typical sort of hand-tied would be round, may contain some foliage in between, but these roses are quite large, and they don't require very much. Now we can use a different type of foliage to create just a bit of a collar. And now you can imagine me finishing it off there, you know, clipping a few of the leaves, wrapping it up in a beautiful silk ribbon, and it's ready to go.
I think that's right, doesn't it?
I would strongly recommend using these beautiful yellow roses. So if you can imagine a crisscross design, and then, you know, some of these roses, and then introduce these fantastic colors, and maybe create a little bit of a twist by using something like an organza.
I really like the orange and the yellow.
Some of them are more orange than yellow, so I think this is probably what you would be looking for the type of dress. It would be something on the line of around £75.
Because we're not having flowers on every single table, I think it's important that Chickadilly has a lovely bouquet.
The bride is the main person at this wedding, and holding a bouquet where all the photographs.
Yeah,
you know,
everyone's going to see it, aren't they?
I call it a long-term investment, really, because you know, a grandchild of the bride-to-be may be looking at these pictures saying, I would like to have the same bouquet as my grandma. The bridal bouquet is the focal point for the whole wedding.
I'm sold. Brilliant. Well, Todd, are you able to share us a few of your ideas?
I can even teach you how to do it.
I knew the team wouldn't be able to escape this time without having to make something. I know what Becky's like. But when you're planning a budget wedding, you have to get creative. Coming up after the break, will Jill be happy with the ideas this florist has? The London team get their fingers green, and in Oxfordshire, Sue shows us what's been keeping her so busy. In that case, it's time to go away and make a decision. Wow, there are so many great ideas there. I don't know how the Surrey team will even come to a decision. First, though, it's over to London, where the wedding team are about to get creative as they help make their wedding flowers.
And now this may look very drastic, but it is required. So we cut the rose, then we take green wire. It's quite strong. The main thing for a display on a groom's jacket is stability. Take the wire, put it right through, then either with your hand or scissors, you create a little hook, gently pull it back. If you're not happy with a petal, let's say this one here, yeah, you can gently just pull it out. And that's a little bit too open and too big, yeah? Men don't like a very flamboyant type of, you know, the tighter the better. Yeah. The more body appears, the better. So I would probably take the leaves off as well.
That's okay?
Yeah, perfect. The next step is attaching a florist tape. As soon as you stretch it, it goes around anything, yeah? Yeah, you see? It immediately kind of sticks. This is very important to cover your wires and anything that you don't want to be visible. You insert the wire and twist it around. This is a simple ivy leaf. Okay. You can take it from your garden. You just cut the stem, then you take the same wire, and now one of you will have to do what I did there. Any volunteers?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Come on.
All right.
Let me see. That's perfect.
You've done a really good job.
Yeah. We will need a little piece of organza. You have to ensure that this part of the tape is very thin, so that wraps up perfectly around there, and then you just keep twisting it around. The next step to this is simply getting the snake grass connected to the wire. By putting all this close together, you can test what your design may look like. And now this is a very easy job. Simply wind this around. If you don't need as much as this, yeah?
Yeah.
You will never look at the buttonhole in the same way again, because as soon as you look at it, you're going to start deconstructing it. Aha, how many items are there? The most important part of making this buttonhole is basically putting it on a jacket.
What do you think, guys?
It's really good, isn't it?
Looking very dapper. Do you think NChem would feel happy wearing that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Todd, do you have any bouquets you can show us?
And
Wow!
here we go.
And that would cost about £75.
Yes, about 75, yeah.
I love the flowers, I love the design.
Yeah.
But I think if we just take off this bit, that would be
Yeah, sure.
perfect.
That shouldn't be a problem at all.
I think it's really beautiful.
Do you think Chickadilly would like it?
I think she would.
And it will go perfectly with our chair covers and table runners.
Okay, guys, you're happy with that?
Yes, that's fine.
Then we've got our wedding flowers.
Yay!
Well done,
Excellent.
guys. I think those flowers look sensational and were so easy and cheap to make. It just goes to show that you don't have to break the bank to get great effects on your wedding day. And they're happy enough with what they've seen that the decision is already made. All that's left to do is to say our goodbyes. Are you feeling excited about the wedding?
Very excited.
Yeah. And most importantly, do you think you've given Chickadilly and NChem the day they really want?
Yeah,
It's so
I
good.
think so.
We're really looking forward to something quite beautiful already.
Well, guys, well done. I think you've done a great job. Well, that's one team happy and almost prepared for the wedding day. It's time to find out what the final decisions will be. First, to Oxfordshire. So, wedding team, I understand you've got one final thing to show me.
These are just simply little tea light holders. And my friend has 50 of these, who said we could borrow them.
That's kind of her.
And just cut off the head of the gerbera. And I think they look very effective, especially perhaps for the tables and